Are you unable to train as much as you want because of work, school, or just life getting in the way? I'm gonna go over 5 different ways for you to continue your training when you can't make it to the gym. Number 5 is actually the most underrated, but if you stay till the end, I'm gonna go over why it's the most important, so stick around. I'm Brad, and welcome to my Jiu Jitsu project. If you're new to the channel, this channel is focused on giving you different ideas and perspectives to help you progress in Jiu Jitsu. The first way to train at home is by training your brain. You can do this by watching instructionals. You can watch past matches that you may have had or of matches of people that you want to emulate. And of course, you can always go on Instagram to see the coolest moves. Personally, I prefer to watch instructionals as they go into more detail about the position that they're talking about. Also, through instructionals, you're able to learn full concepts and ideas about a position that you can actually add to your game versus the 1 or 2 moves that you see on Instagram or YouTube that you have to dissect for yourself. My second tip is to put to practice what you just watched. You can do this as a solo drill, or if someone's available in your household, you can use them as your practice dummy. Hey babe, let me try this flying triangle on you. Depending on what the move is, it might be difficult for you to do it by yourself. So with that, you might have to adapt to that move by grabbing onto maybe a chair or a table, so that way you have something to hold on to as you're performing that move. 3 and 4 are fairly similar, but they both have their pros and cons. Number 3 is finding a school that has an online curriculum. There are a couple mainstream associations that come to mind, such as Atos and Marcelo Garcia. Those associations, they boast about having a library of videos for you to follow. Number 4 is finding a school that offers Zoom classes. One school that comes to mind is Gracie University. What separates a Zoom class from an online curriculum is the ability to ask the instructor questions versus an online curriculum where you have to figure out the moves by yourself when you have a question. On top of that, if promotions are important to you, then you might want to consider looking at a school that offers Zoom classes. The reason for that is because the instructor is able to track your attendance as well as your progression. If you like what you're seeing, let me know by hitting that like button. Now that brings us to the underrated number 5. In number 1, we talked about training your mind, and in number 5, we're going to talk about training your body. No, it's not about lifting weights or doing exercises like that, but more importantly, it's about having your body understand the mechanics and movements of Jiu Jitsu. If you're someone who's struggling to learn techniques, or you're kind of herky-jerky as you're performing them in practice, it's most likely because your mind and body are still learning the mechanics of Jiu Jitsu. There's a reason why people say don't skip warm-ups. Almost all the warm-up drills that you do have an underlying purpose. The shrimp is a move that people hate, but in a roll, that and bridging is something that you're consistently performing. Depending on how your school decides to warm up, you can combine those drills together and create a type of solo grappling match. And that can be your cardio for the day or just a warm-up for you to use. Those are my 5 recommendations on how to train at home. Let me know in the comments below if you're already using one of these or if there's a training style that I may have missed. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way you know when the next video is ready for you. Until then, keep training and aloha.